was interesting to see the scenery change as you were coming up the road, and you could see some of the results of the fire, and the closer you were getting, actually quite a long way out, there was some black areas, and I thought, oh my God, what on earth are you going to see when you get into the town, right? And then you saw some of the kind of devastation, a complete destruction of a particular residential area, burnt out cars. It was, the reality then hit that was, pretty close to where we were. Literally must have been about 200 or 300 yards from the hospital was a burnt out house, on the same side of the highway. And we were sort of, at that time, thinking the fire is mostly on the other side of the highway, which it was, but it had come over. And, when you look at that and you think, how on earth did this section of the community survive? I don't know. I really don't know. I don't think you realise how fortunate you are to get that opportunity, because so many people have said to me since that time, throughout this whole process, I wanted desperately to come back, never got the opportunity, or I was asking for weeks to come back, and only now have I been given that opportunity. So yeah, very, very fortunate to be able to be part of the effort to try and rebuild. I didn't go past the house for ages. I just thought, no way. I knew it was still standing. Didn't know at all what it was going to be like, smoke damage or whatever. Knew I'd left windows open and, all sorts of things, so I could only imagine. But I thought I just didn't even want to go anywhere near it. And part of that was, I suppose, you didn't really want to see it. But the other part of it, no one was allowed to go anywhere near their own homes. And so had to make sure that I was nowhere near my home when so many people were in the same position and really wanted to see, what was there and to try and get back to normality. You can smell the smoke. Didn't even bother closing the window that I'd been thinking about for about 4 weeks, so I'd leave that window open, and I thought, well, I'm not closing it because now actually there's fresh air coming in, right? So very, very odd, unbelievable in terms of how is this still here, given the destruction around it. I couldn't believe it was still there. I really couldn't. And although you had the messaging, from the situation when we left, it's unbelievable that much fire would not just destroy everything there. We had our first meeting in the boardroom, and I sat in exactly the same seat as I sat before exiting on the evacuation, looking out the window, seeing the fire in the distance, and I could see the blackened hill. It was bizarre. It was strange, very strange. You will look back and wonder if it was, first of all, real, and secondly, it was a miracle that everyone got out safe, and all of the patients and all of the staff. So I think it was an unbelievable effort. I've got no doubt the community will be strong, but no doubt it's taken its toll. Some people have suffered huge losses. I'm here to put the place back together again. I definitely want to do that.